Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fridays on 42nd Street. I'm Katy Merriman, the artistic director at the Des Moines Playhouse, and we are coming at you from the administrative offices today. Our offices for the next year and a half, and then hopefully we'll be moving into something a little fresher. But before we do any of that, I'm going to interrupt this cubicle. Hi!
Morning.
This is Peyton. She has just joined us as one of our marketing interns, and we thought you should meet her. Hi.
Morning.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. Can you tell us who you are and what you do and what you're doing here?
Yeah. My name is Peyton Haas. I'm a senior at Drake University. I am double majoring in international relations and public relations, minors in Spanish and human rights too. So staying busy.
I'll say.
Yeah, I'll be graduating this spring, which is scary, but this is, I think, my second week here at the Playhouse. Working on some playbills, reading through scripts, coming up with some marketing ideas for how we want to promote those. So it's been great so far.
Good. Well, we're very happy to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the administration and your cubicle.
Thanks.
It's a good one. Okay, well, there was one other thing sort of related to the marketing world that we wanted to update you on, which is the database project. And I'm going to flip things around here. This is going to blow everyone's minds, but could I have your microphone, please? All right, Leanne Bakros, could you please put this microphone on yourself? And we're going to make Leanne talk to us because she is the champion of the database project. Leanne
Oh
Bakros.
my gosh.
And now I'm behind the camera. Okay, so Leanne.
I feel like, oh, there's Marla Hooch in a League of Their Own. And she just is way off in the distance, smiling and waving.
No, you're the superstar today, Leanne. Everyone's going to be so excited. Can you tell us what's going on with the database project and show us some things?
Yeah, come on in and don't trip over all the things that a marketing director often has in their cubicle, all the junk.
Oh, yep. Now Leanne lives right next door to Peyton. Bye, Peyton. Okay. Show us what's going on here.
Yeah, so what we have going on is over the pandemic, we had about 30 volunteers who went through literally every playbill and typed every line of volunteer names, whether they be actors, set builders, costumers, greeters, ticket office. It's all pulled out of those playbills. And we have about 150,000 lines of data, and you can see a little bit of it here. And we have a fantastic volunteer, Harold Hinkhouse, that maybe we can see what he's doing in just a moment.
We'll surprise him.
He has taken a year and gone over everything with a fine-tooth comb. And he has put together a spreadsheet for me that says, hey, I think Pam Falkstrom and Pamela Falkstrom are probably the same person. Let's make one name for her. And he's exactly right. Of course, we know Pam. She's a great volunteer. And so we'll make one name for her. I have up here right now Pearl Fessler, because this is somebody who many of you remember. She worked here, she volunteered here for probably close to 50 years. And depending upon the decade, she was Pearl Fessler. She was Mrs. Stick Fessler. That was her husband's nickname. She was Mrs. Ralph Fessler, which maybe some of you don't know that Stick's real name was Ralph. So we're going to make sure that that's all the same person.
So you're cleaning up data for how many names was that?
150,000 lines of data. And there are some things like, if he's listening, I know that Andy Elliott and Andy McCoy are the same person. One of them was his stage name, if you will. Likewise, Albert Adams and Hank Adams, they're the same person. So we're kind of cleaning that up. And then we'll be able to put it into a database. And we've already got, so a lot of people have contributed to this, and we hope to go live here soon. So you'll be able to type in the name of a person, a character, a role, a season, a title of a show that maybe you liked. And I just took, since we're talking about Pearl, I typed in Pearl Fessler, and you'll see already, we did a test, and this is how the data was not cleaned up. If I click through to Pearl Fessler, I'll see all the shows that she was involved in. And of course, she was a house manager. So she wasn't on stage in all of these shows. A lot of these, she was the house manager. But I know that she was in, if I can find it quickly, I know she was in Arsenic and Old Lace. And Well, we'll just choose one.
Look at that
There's
list.
Auntie Mame. So if I click through,
Oh, okay, it goes to more.
yes, if I click through, it'll bring up Auntie Mame. And here you can see all the people that were in the show more to expand that cast. Here's the production crew. So those are the people who worked on lights and sound and props and costumes. But then here's also what we call house staff. So here are all the people who volunteered in the box office. If we expand it, we'll see all of the
Oh my
ushers and ticket
gosh.
takers. So it is very exhaustive. And once we get all the data uploaded, as you can tell here, we're going to go back through our files and start uploading photos. We hope to have maybe 5 or 6 photos that are indicative of the show. So you get a feel for the show. And we hope wherever possible to be able to populate people's headshots. Now, of course, headshots are new as of maybe like the 1980s, 1990s. So we can't go all the way back. But that's the behemoth of a project that we've been working on.
Yeah.
And I would love, if we could, to introduce you to
let's go surprise Harold. He's not going to like this, but it's worth the recognition.
It sure is. And of course, he was a Dick Brown Superior Volunteer of the Year a while back.
This is where Harold hides.
Harold, hi. If you would poke your head out, we're on Fridays on 42nd Street. So this is Harold, who has been doing all of these. He even found in a box of clippings playbills that go back how far?
1919. It's a photocopy of one, but it's back to 1919.
Oh my gosh.
1919. That's the year that the Playhouse started. So he's done an amazing job. And I'll get out of the way. And Katie, if you just want to take a quick shot so people can see all the scrapbooks, the files
so Harold goes through all
of playbills. There's also
his desk.
Yes, there are also in the cupboards on the right is all the folders where we have the photos for each show. So there's each show in alphabetical order, and anything that we have for that show is in that file. Harold and about 6 others have also spent years scanning all of the physical photos so that we'll have those available. And then ultimately, we'll be donating files to the State Historical Society.
So cool. A huge project, and one you may not know about because mostly it takes place in this closet and in the cubicles. So Leanne and Harold have really done.
And I tell you what, I'll flip it back around so that you can tell folks what's going on this week.
Sorry about my camera, and I hope I didn't make anyone seasick. Not that person doing the camera usually, and I got a little self-conscious about it. This week at the Playhouse, there's a lot of things going on. We continue to run Go Dog Go in the Children's Theater. We are rehearsing the 100 Dresses. We are rehearsing the piano lesson is in intense rehearsals right now. It's our next main stage show. And we're about ready to start Kinky Boots rehearsals as well. We are really excited about upcoming season announcements and looking toward the future, but also doing a ton of work in the present because we have many shows coming our way. So that's enough. Thanks, Leanne, for getting on camera. That made my day.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Harold. Thank you, Peyton, and welcome. And we'll see you next week.